bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Squeeze, double.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. Well, the Bengals and Seahawks meeting here in Week 1, and this is a combination that we haven't seen that often on the turf. If you look back to when the franchises began facing each other all the way back in 1977, but since then, just 20 meetings between the two teams. And the Bengals have won 11 of them, including the last meeting back in October of 2015. Well, the 2nd down throw on target. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Big Dwayne Brown, the tackle, guilty there. Now Hunt. That's a gain of 6 on the 1st down run.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. And Dixon has it. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Play action. Now Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. They'll run on 1st down. Hunt. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Geno Atkins, the Pro Bowler, in there on the stop.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks. Wilson going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11. At the Bengals' 39-yard line.
Mike. Watch the run. Watch out. Pick the edge. Come. He's checking.
Here's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long.
Check three.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area, that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Snap came and won. Now here's Dalton. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. The former number 1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw here, Dalton. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Get that ball. 93, 52, 93, 44.
Dalton here from the gun. He gets this one to Boyd. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. And the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Motion. Watch twist. Heavy. Hey.
To throw again on 2nd down. Dalton. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 3rd down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and I think those numbers are going to increase.
Crunch.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Going deep downfield for Ross. He's got it at the 15. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 50 yards for an offense that has not found the end zone yet. That's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
Mike 56, Mike 56. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Wide, get wide. 25, check 25, check 25. Check. Recon, 132 fighter. 36. Check safety.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Bullock's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
The Seahawks take over. Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I got you, boy. Watch the safety creep. 6 guys. Check. Look left.
They go play action now. Wilson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick.
Well, Brandon, this is a former first-round pick, and he's been a bit of a disappointment in his career up till now. But he's still got room to grow. And this is an excellent play right here to come away with the football.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Hey, 368. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Check.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
First down, Bengals.
Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
All day, every day, any day. Here you go, 368. Regular.
Throwing again. Dalton, he's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning.
Mike 5-4. 93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here we go. Check.
On third down, Dalton. He's got his man, Boyd. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
So we got man. Kill. Check 43.
Now a first carry from Giovanni Bernard. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Play action here with Dalton. He's got Green. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Bengal first down on a 16-yard pickup there. Andy Dalton now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Here's Dalton. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And Dalton to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Incomplete. Shaquille Griffin there defensively.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
44. Here we go. He's crashing.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross in the final seconds of the first half, and the Bengals have taken the lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
And just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown.
The Seahawks take over first and 10. Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. They'll get this out wide to Boyd. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Quick throw, complete out wide here to Green. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
2-6-6, pull it high. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Motion, motion, motion.
From the gun again to Mixon. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Big Al Woods there to make the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the gun, Dalton got his man. It's Eifert. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. An 18-yard touchdown run. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This one taken just inside the 10. And an alley to run. Tyler Lockett, the 20. 10, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. He goes 91 yards on the kick return as his guys are back within a single score. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together, but that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Switch it, switch it. 5-5.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And now the throw hauled in by Green. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
AD to AJ. And it's been like that throughout this game. And I think it's a huge reason why they are in the lead.
I like that. AD to AJ, Andy Dalton to AJ Green. Such a tough cover, and they are proving it here in this one. Andy Dalton now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Again, it's Foreman. And he's got get this down to the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
X3, 218, jump. I'm here all day. Shit. Check. Go, Cam.
Now Joe Mixon. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense. I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Hey, help! Lead! 56, check, 56. Oh, here we go. Oh, check. 93, 52, 93, 44, 44. Here we go. Hey, help!
On 1st down, Foreman. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
Motion. Second and 10 on the Seahawks.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
They run again with Foreman. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This will be 3rd and 5.
Check hot route. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Watch the pass.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, baby.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Wilson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Throwing is Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. Now Wilson on 1st down. It's complete to Lockett. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Evans just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. To throw is Wilson, escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
And Myers able to knock it through, and that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
We got this. First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action now, Dalton. Green brings it in. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Dalton up, play action. He completes it to Boyd. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Play fake. Here's Dalton. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Jadeveon Clowney able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Kevin Huber now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Returnable for Lockett. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 49-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Good.
Here's Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw, and nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he's got Lockett. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Wilson to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. It's caught. Lockett. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
And that's good for a Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
55. I know he ain't got it. Still got it. 4 down.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this?
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 45.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
50.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Alert. Front left.
They'll run on first down. It's Carson.
I got you, boy.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they'll be celebrating in Pioneer Square tonight. The Seahawks have won the game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Seahawks, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they go down to defeat here.
Yeah. Up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic.